Good morning, gamers. It is Friday, June 28th. This is episode 46 of the FPS Guides podcast, and I'm going to start off a little somber today because we regret to inform everybody, and I'm sure you guys have heard this throughout the news. It's very sad news that Etika, a prominent Smash YouTuber and streamer, died at the age of 29 from suicide, and his body was found in I think it was one of the Manhattan rivers in New York, and we wanted to start off kind of on a slower note because it didn't feel appropriate to be as energetic or how we usually are in the beginning of the show. So I guess we should, have a moment to kind of honor this guy. He was really well known in the Smash community, really enthusiastic about Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate, and everyone really liked his videos. I didn't know him personally, of course, but a big deal in the Smash community is a loss like that is always hard to take. So I think we should kind of have a moment of silence for a second for this guy. Thank you. Now I guess we should do the intro, right?
All right.
So it's hard to transition off news like that.
Transition off of the heavier note.
Our hearts and prayers go out to all his family and friends.
But we'd like to show respect to
Etika.
So, hello and good morning, gamers, and welcome. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with news, guides, reviews, and clutch plays. This is our weekly podcast where we bring you the latest in news, rumors, controversies, and discussions. Here you'll find some facts, some opinions, a lot of lame jokes. If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out on fpsguides.com and follow us on social media. For all you listeners out there, FPS Guides podcast can now be found on Apple Play and Spotify and the Amazon Alexa. So please check us out. We are a small but growing gaming community comprised of gamers both young and old who are just passionate about gaming. If you are interested in becoming a part of the FPS Guides community or perhaps becoming a content creator, please hit us up on our website. We would love to hear from you. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the news.
We'll warn you guys right now. There ain't a lot.
It is
of news.
sparse. It is sparse. There are some things going on right now, like sales and such. But
there's some good discussion topics.
Fairly sparse.
Yeah, because our headliner section is empty.
Yeah, our headliner is empty.
There is no headliners this week.
If anybody.
If you want to talk about anything in the chat,
if anybody knows any notable news, besides of course Etika's tragic death, please drop it in there, and we'll see if we can talk about it.
Basically, the first thing that I think is kind of interesting.
I think that's probably the biggest too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is as well. Is the next gen Xbox and PlayStation systems, Xbox Scarlet or Xbox 2, whatever,
right,
and PlayStation whatever, probably 5, hopefully, could be more expensive due to the U.S.-China tariffs that have been impending of recent. And this actually comes to us from Esquire, something I never pull from ever almost. So Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have sent a joint letter to Congress. To be more specific, it's like the Tariff Office of Congress. It's not just like to Congress.
Not just like, here you go.
Here's
White
Here you
House.
go, Congress. But asking to remove video game hardware and video game accessories from the tariff list. And this tariff is supposed to be, I think, around 25%. So that's a large chunk. So let's say the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox are going to be $500. They would now be $625 if this would be the case.
Yeah.
Which would suck,
of course,
because SIG would win the bet, and that wouldn't be fair.
That would come, and that would definitely come back on the consumers.
Yeah.
Where's the tariff coming from? Who's?
U.S., China, Trump administration.
U.S., China, the tariff.
Mm-hmm.
So since it's gonna be made in China,
it's on all goods, and so
that
would include video
products. Yep.
So yeah, and so there was a joint statement by Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony.
And they all sent this out, and it was like, please remove this from the list
Please
because this
don't
is going to
do this.
destroy the consumer.
And they go into a lot more detail how this isn't really beneficial for anybody, because it would drive the price up, make it more expensive, less people want to buy it, that's less money for everybody, that kind of a thing. So it's generally...
That's quite a hike too. 5 to 625. That's significant.
Why aren't these electronics made here?
Come
I mean,
on,
they're not
Come on,
built by
Sig, you know that.
hand.
You
Hold
know
on, I'm
that.
going to
know
answer
why.
that. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
We understand that labor is cheap in China, but
Right.
people aren't putting these things together by hand. There's robots. Like,
Mhm.
aren't we the king of robots? Like,
No.
we make at least that's what I thought. I guess we're not then.
And then you went to China, right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
That's true.
We're the king of expensive robots.
I don't.
But if you can have a robot that does the same job much cheaper and also pay people much less on the dollar to maintain those robots, then it inevitably is just cheaper.
Yep. So this isn't happy news at all. It's actually sad
Oh,
news
yeah.
because
How much would a PlayStation cost if it was made here? Like $3,000?
oh my god, it would
A
cost so
lot-
much
honestly,
money.
a lot
dude.
more, yeah.
It would cost so much.
Honestly, a lot
The
more.
Xbox would be cheaper because Microsoft is an American company, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe Xbox would be a little cheaper, and Sony being a Japanese company, they have more of their
Maybe
stuff
so.
over there in the East.
Are PlayStations made in Japan?
I don't think so. I think they're
Probably
made in China.
I think most of the goods.
Almost
are
everything
made in
is
China.
made in China. But
I think even the Xboxes are made in China.
yeah, everything's there, man.
Everything's
So
made in China.
this,
Even, like
uh,
American manufactured stuff is made in China.
yeah, so this will make, if this goes through, and 25%, it may not be 25%, maybe it'll be 10, 15, but that's still kind of more than I want to pay. $500 is kind of the upper limit of what I want to pay for a console.
Yeah.
600 is really pushing it.
That's
If the
kind of a
PS5
lot,
comes with
dude.
PSVR 2.0 and it's 600, all right, yeah, sure, all right, yeah, that's sure.
We get one of
I'll
these
agree
off
with
you,
that,
bro.
but
Oh yeah.
man.
No, I need that one too.
So what do you guys think about that? Do you think this will have any ripple effects, or is this gonna be like, or is the Trump administration gonna see this and be like, what? Psh, okay, throw out
Video games.
video games. You mean one of the most profitable things in the
And then
country?
we'll find out that Trump's like a huge God of War fan, and he's like, no.
Huge gamer.
Huge gamer, he lifts the tariff.
He's like, all right, done. No
you're-
more. I'm not paying
He's
anymore.
like, I didn't think of this. I'm not gonna be able to get God of War
So
2.
what do you guys think about that? Not great.
Not great. Definitely not a fan of putting tariffs on it and increase political friction between countries. And I don't want to pay more for something. I think
The bottom line.
I think the bottom line is whatever kind of political battles are going on between countries. I don't like paying more for crap. So
Is that a political battle?
I mean,
I would say it's just like,
The trade wars. The trade war.
well, I mean,
yeah, I would say it's a political
It's a political battle, you
Yeah,
think?
I would
mean,
say so.
yeah, because it. I mean, isn't. All right, we'll be talking about politics. You don't want to talk.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
Yeah,
about.
we're not talking
I don't
about
want to talk about trash.
I'm not
on the
talking about
show,
politics
which is
on the show.
politics.
We
so.
talk about things that matter here, like video games.
Well,
Right,
I mean,
correct.
that's why I don't think it's
It's like,
politics. I think
True.
it's left the realm of politics because it affects us. It affects how much we're paying for the goods that we want. So
True. And gaming already isn't the
I think
cheapest hobby in the
it's
world.
more business than it is politics, and
Well,
that's
I mean,
really
isn't
sad,
the
right?
idea that the Trump administration is trying to have more American manufactured goods, so they're putting in tariffs on foreign goods, so that
It's like, right, I understand that.
like that's
However,
that's the center of what they're trying to accomplish. But there's not going to be American manufactured PlayStations out there. That's not going to
it
happen.
would be $3,000, dude. It would be
Nintendo
really expensive.
Switches. I mean, can you imagine how much a Nintendo Switch would be?
Oh my
if
God.
made here, it'd be astronomical, dude. It'd
costs
be
as much as a
it'd
car.
be a house payment,
You're like, do I want to commute and have a Switch, or do I want a car?
It's like, hey man, you want to jump on that game? It's like, nah, I gotta take out a mortgage to get this.
yeah,
system.
you gotta take out a mortgage, second mortgage to get whatever console, man. So no.
But hopefully it won't be that much. But this is so out of our control and out of our realm of expertise. It's not even
So
like-
The number that you got, 26%.
25%.
25%.
Yeah.
That is that rumor? Is that rumor mill?
That's like
that's like, I don't.
the number's been thrown around.
Okay.
That's like the number that has been thrown around as far as like the tariff,
Which
the
is,
amount that
you
the
know,
tariffs
a lot.
are being put on.
25%'s a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, like by the administration.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see what happens. But we're gonna move on to something extremely interesting, actually. What I think is interesting. And I did
Yes.
not pull the patent, and I should have.
Better news. Let's go.
But Sony reveals a patent. I think this patent might have been 2012 or older, but it resurfaced, and basically it says that Sony is trying to eliminate or reduce load times. So this was said in Xbox's press conference where they revealed Project Scarlet, and they said like, oh, 8K, reduce load times. By the way, 8K is BS. That's BS.
yeah, that's a buzzword. Someone says
The
you
only
get
reason
8K.
why both Sony and Microsoft said 8K is because the HDMI standard they'll use supports 8K. That is it. That is the only reason.
Yeah, none.
So this patent basically says that a player location will be identified within the game, and the boundary of that environment will also be identified. So as you continue to move through the environment, new environments will load in as you get closer to the first boundary. So your hard drive is going to be like, oh, I see that you're close to the first boundary layer of the environment. Let me shoot up all the second layers so you don't realize it's loading in. Not a great explanation, I know, because I'm not that smart. However,
No, I mean
it's gonna be really
what you're
cool.
saying. So it's almost like the patents is to kind of like teach the system to predict where you're going to be going in
it'll
the
use-
world next. So
yes,
you're
it'll
heading
use
this
AI.
way, you're going that way, and
It's kinda like-
so that way it's only rendering what you need to see at that moment.
Yeah,
and
it's kinda
not-
like when,
not unnecessarily straining the hardware.
yeah, I don't know if you guys have played God of War, but there's no loading screens in that game, and the way they kind of worked around that is they have certain areas where it's like, oh, press X to shimmy across this thing. And
Yeah,
then
they
as
have
you're doing that,
sequences.
it's loading the next sequence
Like-
as you're stuck in one
Like
sequence.
riding an elevator or like opening like a heavy door where he's got to like push and shove
Yeah.
and open it.
So this is really cool. Any thoughts on that? Any thoughts on that, anybody?
Definitely really neat. If lower load times is always great. If every game could be like God of War and just not really have
Oh my
any
God.
loading screens at all, it'd be sweet. So yeah, I think this is really awesome, and I mean, in the Sony patented, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Hopefully
I'm
it'll-
sure Microsoft figured it out too.
I'm sure Microsoft
I'm sure.
has their own.
I'm sure they have their own get
secret
around
sauce
for that
or
kind
whatever.
of thing. Yeah, their own secret sauce, if you will.
Would you want that? Would you want games to be kind of like God of War, where there's no, not necessarily in one single camera shot, but just
Right.
no loading screens?
I mean, yeah, of course. I just, no one likes loading screens. I mean, there are obviously really bad cases like Anthem where just like
Or
totally.
Metro. Metro had some bad loading screens.
Metro was bad. For me, the worst ones were like Skyrim, Fallout, and
Anthem.
Anthem.
What about you, Sig? Any thoughts on this?
Is this a hardware patent or a software patent? Because there's two ways to eliminate.
I am
loading
not
times.
sure. I am
You
not
can
sure.
eliminate it with faster hardware like SSDs. They
Which
might
they're
have
doing.
a faster SSD,
Right?
which would be in order to get that patent. Maybe are they applying for it or they already obtained it?
They have it.
They have it, so it
Yes.
was already approved by the
Yes.
patent office. Okay, so they must have a new technology that's even faster than
I'm
SSD.
not really sure if it's like it's hardware, or if it's like a physical device, or if it's just like a method of
Right.
maybe like a coding like a method for making it work. I'm not really sure.
A software implementation would be for anybody out there that does video editing. The difference between what Apple's Final Cut Pro does versus Adobe's Creative Suite.
Mm-hmm.
When you are actually in your workspace working on the video, trying to doing your edits, it's already pre-rendering in the background. And that's one way to solve it with software. That while you're playing the game, it's already preloading the next scene.
And you can do that with VRAM, virtual RAM, right?
Yeah, you could do it with. I mean, there's a ton of ways you can do it.
Right.
It'll take a VRAM, but if you have clever ways to compress all of the pre-rendered stuff, I mean, that's also.
I mean,
another
Sony.
solution.
I think both Sony and Microsoft said their SSD technology is proprietary in their console, so PC players won't have any of that tech, any
Okay.
of that solid state tech.
Really?
So if Sony and both Microsoft and Sony are working with AMD, and AMD's helping them come up with some secret sauce to
And AMD
on their
That'd be
hard
sick.
drives, I mean,
and AMD
This is possible.
Kind of giving them exclusive hardware that you can't get for
Yes.
a PC.
well, basically they have a PC part from AMD, and then they're like, hey, we want it to do this, now optimize it for that
We
purpose.
wanted to
So now it pretty much becomes a new part.
want to do that. We want to put it in this box here.
Right.
I'm like, okay.
I don't understand why if they've already obtained the patent, Sony should license the patent out to PC. Also, and which
I
brings
don't know.
up
Maybe
which is
they-
a good segue because Jutiki on the chat he brought up. Do you think console the ceiling for console that people will pay for will it stop? Is that ceiling at gaming PC prices?
It's not
It's less.
at gaming PC prices.
It's less.
I mean, unless you count like a pretty low quality
I will tell
PC,
you.
gaming PC.
Okay, let's make it more interesting. Let me rephrase the question.
Yeah,
would people ever pay more for a console than a PC?
You're saying like would people
No,
ever pay
no.
like $1,500
No,
for like a
no.
Xbox?
You don't think so? Now let's think about our friend.
The
long
diehards
time.
will. The
Let's
diehards
think about
will.
our friend long
The
time and
diehards
his
will.
circle of Xbox gamers who think
Uh-huh.
PC gamers are crazy
Uh-huh.
because it's too much. Like,
Uh-huh.
you're cool if you play console, but as soon as you go to the PC realm, like that's overboard now. That's too much. It's
Because of price.
no, because you're sitting on the couch
No,
and you're
like-
chilling. You're watching. You're
Yeah,
using
you're
TV,
chilling.
You're
You're-
relaxing.
You go on your PC, you're less casual. You're too
like,
into
ready to
it.
go.
You're,
As soon as you sit
you're
in your
a tryhard, if you will.
your racing seat inspired gaming chair with all this peripherals around you, that's kind of that is a little much. That's a little extra.
Oh, man, well, like your
Well,
battle
let me take you
station,
back
man.
to a time where where Sony had their E3 presentation. They announced PlayStation 3 was $600.
Okay.
It totally killed them. Like PlayStation 3 did not sell very well out of the gate,
Uh-huh.
and people were pissed.
Yeah,
So
Xbox
si-
won that console war.
So $600, that's too much. Like I think there is definitely a ceiling because it's a box. Like
Right.
it's just a box that goes under your TV. It's supposed to be simple, easy to use, plug and play.
Right.
I think the people who buy the consoles are not looking to spend that much money on
As well,
on
yeah.
gaming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the people who are the the hardcore gamers. Not saying you're not a gamer if you don't play on PC. You know, I have them all. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, if you are willing to, if you're not really willing to spend $1,200 on like a decent rig and upgrade it every 2 years or something like that, and you just want to buy a console, plug it in and play, and
Just
sit
play.
on your couch and be chill, that would definitely turn people off. Like, oh yeah, so the Xbox One X2 is going to be $1,350, and people are like, no way, I'll play a board game.
I'll read a book.
Monopoly.
I'll read a book.
I'll legit play Monopoly by myself. Like, I'm not spending that kind of
But
money.
I think the
on
people
a
that
console.
also put money into PC rigs are doing more than gaming. Maybe for the most part. Maybe they're more interested in stream. Oh, maybe I'll stream
Yeah.
later, or like, oh,
Right.
maybe I'll do other
Maybe.
stuff on my computer.
Maybe.
Because that's what my mentality was when I built mine. I was like, oh, I'll probably do other stuff. Like maybe I'll start streaming. Maybe I'll start doing some 3D modeling or something.
Yeah.
And my computer is good enough to handle all of those tasks.
Well, there is precedent for
that's the
consoles
thoughts.
being more
Yeah.
expensive than computers. The Neo Geo was like that, and nobody bought it.
Yeah.
The Neo Geo
People
cost
just
more than
don't
the
wanna-
computer.
People don't want to spend that
Yeah.
much money. I mean,
Okay, so there's your answer. Yeah, probably.
So,
it can't even come close to
do you
a PC,
think,
gaming PC price.
No.
They can't even get too close to it.
definitely should have a price cap. Don't think that price cap will be anywhere near gaming PC standards,
No.
because if
No.
that's the case, everyone should be like, well, I'll just buy a PC then.
Right. And then Sony will be like, we don't have
'Cause-
PlayStation titles on PC like Xbox does.
Although that trade war, those tariffs would not exclude PC components.
No, it would not.
And a lot of the forums that I'm following, the hardware stuff, they're just like, yeah, these SSD prices and these hard drive prices are gonna
They're gonna start going up.
They're gonna
yeah.
start going
Oh
up.
man, just
Gonna
wait
start more
until
for hardware.
Nvidia and AMD get their next gen tech.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'll be expensive.
So for y'all listeners out there, if you're sitting on the fence trying to put together a gaming rig, do it
Do it
as soon
now.
as possible. Because I mean,
God knows what's gonna
25% on top, on $1,000 rig is your 1250.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. So
That's like multiple games. It's like 4 games, right?
that's actually the difference between a 2080 and a 2080 Ti, right? About $300.
About.
Yeah.
Depending on the edition and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
But we will
Also-
see. Next topic.
People needs that hat, bro.
This will be very
Deep
interesting.
Poodley, yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Yo, send me a direct message, your address. I'll send you one. If you want this exact one with my sweaty one, yeah, you can have this too. But
Me too, though.
I'll order 2. If anybody else wants some, put it on the chat, and then direct message me your address, and I'll be sure to get one in the mail. Vitamin J, your shirt's been in the mail.
I don't know where you are, man.
Sure, stop moving.
Stop moving.
You don't know what to tell you.
So
Okay.
something else interesting I thought we should talk about was Phil Harrison, former Sony and Xbox executive, by the way,
Okay.
now working at Google as
Okay.
a vice president.
That's a resume right there.
Yeah. It is. Says that internet service providers will adapt to data caps for game streaming. This is via GameIndustry.biz. I think it's Rebecca Valentine, actually. Thank you. But how do you guys feel about that? You think ISPs will change, or they'll change because Google's going to be like, hey, if you don't change, we will make you change?
I feel like I said this.
I think
Right,
we
but this
did.
is a new, like an actual, like Phil Harrison was quoted of saying internet service providers will adapt to game streaming.
No, but I was saying like when we talked about it like around the time like net neutrality, and we were talking about what it's going to be like when we're going into like more into game streaming,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have like certain packages for game streaming.
Yeah.
So
How,
yeah, I remember.
do you think that'll,
I remember
come to
definitely.
fruition? Do you
I
think that'll happen?
definitely do. I mean,
What if Verizon and AT&T and Spectrum are just like, no, like that's way too much data. We can't give you that. Then what?
I feel like that would.
Somebody will.
I feel like that would be great for them, because then they could start, price gouging more for other dumb crap. You're like, oh, you're gonna have our gamer package with 400 megabyte download speed.
That's like not
I know.
enough.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, is the kind of like packages that we have, and you have like the casual
Well, they need-
Netflix streamers package.
Yeah, but
and
that
you
means
have,
they need to
the
start doing that
deluxe
soon
Game-
because
Game
Google-
Boy package.
Because Stadia comes out in November, basically, and xCloud is not far behind. So they need to start making up some gaming packages, I guess. But do you think they will? How do they get around this? How do they combat this?
If it wasn't Google,
Like, wouldn't they make more money
Yeah, they would.
if they make
In my
different
opinion.
packages and stuff? Because they can charge other people premiums for gaming packages. I feel like they would make more money. I don't know. That's just like a shot in the dark. I have no idea. For that.
Possibly. I mean, I would not. It depends on how many people want to stream games through Stadia or xCloud or just stream games in general.
Everybody.
What do you think they'll do, Sig?
Google sounds like a real badass. Just imagine who makes lights? GE?
Edison, Thomas Edison.
No, like who makes the actual lights fixture?
I guess,
Yeah.
yeah,
GE?
GE.
Yeah,
sure.
alright.
Yeah,
So
GE will.
imagine GE comes up with this revolutionary new light fixture. It's a must-have in every home, right?
Mhm.
And but it's an electricity hog,
Mhm.
and they come out and say this thing is so good, right? But all your utility companies, they'll adopt. It's so good, like it's really good. Like you just gotta trust me, it's really good. It just sounds like
And that's what Google's doing?
That's
pretty
sort of
much?
like that. Like here's our product. It's gonna be a data hog, but they'll adopt. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
do
honestly,
it.
it's like here's this revolutionary technology. It's literally going to change the game. Pun intended.
Yeah.
So, the ISP who gets behind it first wins.
But I mean, he did mention that they have changed before because when music streaming and video streaming like Netflix were becoming popular, the data caps were increased.
People
Or the
So,
speeds.
People need more.
Speeds
Yeah.
increased.
The
too.
data caps were increased. I don't know if that means the speeds were increased.
I don't ever recall seeing a data cap on my bill at home. Have you?
Nope. They don't ever tell you that.
I just know that they'll start throttling you after some point, but
I do remember when the lightning package for my internet was the 50 megs. Now you can't even get one that low.
It's true.
Right?
The basic package for Spectrum was like 100.
Yeah.
That's like the basic
Yeah.
basic one.
But if you fast rewind 10 years ago, the lightning was like 50 by 5. Like,
Do you think
whoa,
Google-
I got
I
was
that
like,
in
Do you think Google has been in talks with ISPs for like a while? Been like, hey,
That'd be very
No.
we're doing this
they
product.
No,
like-
I don't think so.
No?
I think.
Or do you think they're
uh,
pressuring them?
As opposed to the GE example I gave you, Google has a little bit more teeth. It's not just Spark because they have Google Fiber Cities.
Mhm.
They're gonna be like, y'all ramp up, or we'll
We
ramp
take
up
over,
for you, yeah.
or we will just take over.
or that city is gonna be a Google Fiber city, and they don't want that.
No, they don't want that.
Oh, that's
They'll lose
right.
all their
I mean,
customers.
Google
They'll lose all their
Fiber, yeah.
customers.
I remember when
That's
Google
their
Fiber.
plan, dude.
Bro, dude.
That's a pro.
That's
That's a
the
pro move by
plan,
Google,
dude.
man. What about Microsoft? Do you think they'll cater to Microsoft like they will Google?
No.
This
Oh, so what if? Oh, what if? So what if
Look at
you're?
these cities right here.
This was their evil scheme the whole time, dude.
Yeah. So what if? What if? Man,
Those are all the cities that currently have fiber.
The blue.
that is
The
not a lot.
What is WebPass? What is that?
I don't know. Serving apartments and condos only.
So I
it's
guess
specific location.
I guess
guess.
that Google would just I don't know throw their big old schlong around, be like, make it happen.
Honestly, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna bully their way into this next age of like.
Can ISPs grant Google that?
No, the next
like-
economic downturn, Google's gonna buy a big communications. Like L3 was acquired. I'm surprised Google didn't jump on L3 when it became available. This is sorry, it's just really technical stuff, but L3 is one of the bigger communication.
Right.
And they were up for grabs a few years ago, and they got bought out. But I was surprised that Google didn't make a move, or if they did, it wasn't very public.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So what if they allow that for Google Stadia, but they don't allow that for Microsoft? They're like, oh, we see you're streaming on Google Stadia, but you're using xCloud. Ugh, sorry.
The thing is,
Yeah.
it's not compatible with.
But then
xCloud.
Microsoft would get pissed and be like, whoa, like this is not an even playing field. People are choosing Google because of the ISP and not because of the content or all the other things that xCloud could offer.
basically just monopolize game streaming.
Interesting. Very
Mhm.
interesting.
Mhm. Dude, that's it, dude. That's Google's secret plan all along. They're throwing Google Stadia out
That
there.
would,
it's
be
gonna
pretty
change the
smart.
game. ISPs can't keep up with it. They're like, hey, we got a solution for that. And all ISPs are like, please no. And Google's like, screw you.
It'll be interesting.
Very
It'll
interesting.
definitely.
Very, very interesting.
Here we go.
All right, now we're moving into the rapid fire
So,
news. You wanna
Rapid
cover
fire
some-
news.
Rapid
Other strange things happening in the realms of gaming.
Oh, just wait until we get to one.
live
of them.
action.
I had to contain myself. I was so mad.
Live action Final Fantasy XIV series is planned by Netflix because Netflix buys anything, and is going to be in association with Square Enix and the directors behind the upcoming Witcher series, which is also a Netflix original. So
Sounds like Netflix got a lot of faith in their people.
Netflix is getting a lot of faith. It has a lot of faith in their producers and such.
Are you gonna check it out?
Probably. I generally check out most live adaptations of games unless they're obvious dumpster fires like Prince of Persia
And Assassin's
or
Creed.
Assassin's Creed. So yeah, I'm probably going to check it out. Final Fantasy 14 is the online one. For those of you who don't know, that's the Realm Reborn,
Is that like the MMO?
whatever the
version?
heck. Yeah, that's the MMO
Okay.
one. This Final Fantasy 15, that was the most recent like main title.
Yeah.
Is that the official? Is that how you do it? FFXIV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Roman.
Mhm.
That's Roman numeral for the
Yep.
XIV.
It's always Roman
1
numerals.
and 4.
XIV.
So that's like XIV.
I think
XV is 15.
I think when a sequence exceeds 10, they gotta drop it. They just need to.
And then you start adding,
11,
start
12,
adding
13.
letters.
No way,
something
dude, it
like
looks
that.
horrible.
You need to reboot.
Like what are we on? Like Super Bowl XXIVX.
Arabic numbers look terrible,
Terrible.
man. Like,
Who
cares?
Sorry.
look how
No.
good that looks.
That
dude.
doesn't look good.
It looks
FFX.
good. I think it looks
Oh
good.
my
What looks
gosh.
better, that or 14?
You know, when we get to 30, it's gonna be Final Fantasy XXX.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
That's cool, man.
That's cool.
You guys
Man, there'll be
obviously
a
don't
ton
browse the
of-
internet very much.
There'll be a ton of memes.
You guys know what XXX is on the internet?
Yeah.
Do
I
you?
think so. I thought I did, unless it's changed. It's changed.
Do you? Okay, Google it later.
Google it later.
Google it later.
Oh,
later.
It's a bad thing.
It's not for children.
Safe search on.
Okay.
Safe
Safe
search
search
on.
off.
Yeah.
Safe search off.
It's kind of like how the whole Rule 34 thing works. Just type in what you want to look up, and then put in 3 X's after that, and then watch Google go crazy for you.
Should I put it up on the screen?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
No.
Twitch would not like
We're
that.
not even monetized yet. We'll still get demonetized.
Yeah.
It's not. It would not go well. No. So, anyways, so that's a thing.
Check that out
I'm
if
sure
you're interested.
somebody asked for it. Wasn't me. I don't know. So Twitch is soft launching a subscriber-only streams. Creators can have, I guess, like a premium streams
Only for the subscribers.
only
yeah.
for their specific subscribers.
Yeah. What do you guys think
which
about that?
I don't think sounds like a good idea.
No.
Because, I mean, as a streamer, you want as much exposure as possible.
Right.
So
So,
if you're
for
only
example-
exposing yourself to the people who are
Yeah, but
already
that's your choice
subscribed
as a
to you-
streamer.
I mean, yeah, sure, it's your choice.
So like
as
it would
a
be us, you
streamer.
know, like if we were to do it, we'd just be like, let's
It's
do
like, all right,
a
40 people.
Yeah, let's do a subscriber only stream. It would just be like click, and then that would be only viewed to the subscribers. Now, if someone random comes to the channel and they see it, they'll see like 20 seconds or something or a preview of it, and then it'll be like, oh hey, to join the party,
Then again,
subscribe to blah blah blah.
Then again, I can see it being beneficial, because say like, oh, like I have better content on my subscriber only videos, so subscribe to see
Or
what
like
they look like.
things that
So it's
are
like-
released early.
It's
or-
like subscribe to my premium Snapchat.
Yeah.
For naked pics or. Yeah, that's a thing, by the way. That's a thing, by the way.
Snapchat.
That's what
Business,
a lot
dude.
Of the, a lot of
Business.
the girls who aren't making money on Instagram, they go to Snapchat to take pictures of themselves and sell and
Does
sell
it work?
them to.
It works.
Yeah.
They make the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, business,
It
man.
works.
Absolutely.
It works.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could understand how you could leverage like stuff that's like, oh, you want to see this first? Like, I'll have it on my subscriber stream or stuff like that.
Or
So,
like maybe.
what do you think about that? Say, do you think it's a good idea for Twitch? Bad idea?
It evolves with your growth. We're at the growth phase. We're early, so we're not picking and choosing.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
anywhere near that point. But
But when you hit a critical mass of viewership, there will come to a point where you want to incentivize the next level of engagement, and you want them to hit that subscribe button if you want to see
subscribe
Captain Stiffy do a podcast with a shirt off, like
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is
Everybody
a
wants
thing
to
we
see
have
that.
planned
Exactly.
right now
Everybody wants to
that
see
we're
that.
planning right now.
I mean, that does make sense. Like, consider who is like, I think Hungrybox has a channel, right?
He's gotta.
He probably has a channel.
I would think
So
so.
consider Hungrybox has like tutorial videos on how to be a badass with Jigglypuff.
Yeah, it's
You
only
have
as
to
a
subscribe.
subscriber. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so that's how he can get the people in. It's like, you know, you can make his public videos being like his montages or his fights or whatever. But, you know, it's like, hey, if you want to learn to fight like me, subscribe and check out my
blah blah blah
my
on every
premium
Wednesday.
videos
Blah blah blah.
on how to
Yeah.
and how to fight like Hungrybox.
What's
idea.
interesting is Twitch has already recognized that convincing someone to subscribe to you has a certain value to it. It's not even asking for money. It's not a paid subscriber. It's
They
just
don't. It's funny. It's like it doesn't cost you
It
anything.
costs nothing.
You literally just click a button.
right.
No, it costs you $5 to subscribe to someone per month.
It does.
No.
Yeah.
I don't ever pay anything for
No,
subscribing to
I've
anything.
I've subscribed to
not.
a couple streamers
On Twitch?
on Twitch.
You have to pay money to subscribe to somebody on Twitch? We'd be
that's
very
what I thought.
uninformed if we didn't know this and we're doing a
Well,
podcast on Twitch.
I will. Maybe I read something
You
differently
know what?
about something else. Let me. I'll look into it.
We'll just gloss over that statement. We don't know.
Yeah.
If anyone could confirm that,
I
since you subscribe to us, a loving people, are you paying us? And
Yeah,
if
'cause
so,
that would
where
be
the
kind of
hell is my
interesting to
money?
know.
Where's the money?
If you're subscribing and you're paying, where the hell is it? Because I'm
Let
gonna
me
tell
see.
you, I'm not doing this for very much.
You guys keep talking. Let me see here.
Twitch is keeping it all.
Twitch is like,
Don't tell
It's like psh, they're not big enough yet. Like.
they only give you the money after you get to a certain point, I guess.
that's funny.
Follow free, subscribe money. Okay. That's what
Yeah.
Long say. Okay then, I guess that
Oh,
makes sense.
okay.
Yeah,
guess I'm
that's what I
mixing
was.
up, like-
that's what I was saying.
That's mixing up like
Oh,
Twitch
that's
and
Sam
YouTube. I
Sora's,
feel like in
Twitch
YouTube
channel.
you don't
Damn.
do that. Like YouTube,
Oh, that's
there's no
right, and
follows,
you-
just subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're yeah, you're
Alright.
right.
So Twitch Prime,
That's
you
my
get a
fault.
free subscription,
Oh.
like per month. It renews every month. The free
Makes
subscription
sense.
with Twitch Prime because you have Amazon Prime.
Do you-
But to regular subscribe, it's $5.
But it's not a one-time fee. It's you pay this fee every month.
Yeah, it's like no. So I've subscribed to Kind of Funny, right?
Yeah.
And
so you pay
they have
$5 a
my-
month.
They have my free Prime subscription.
Oh my gosh.
Now next month it'll unsubscribe by itself because it's a new month, and then you have to go back and give them the subscription.
Do you have to resubscribe every month?
That's what I've seen.
How long have we been doing this?
Almost a year. Almost a year.
We've been doing this for a year.
Almost a year.
And we don't know. Dude, people.
Where's our subscribers at, dude? Screw the follow goals. Put the subscriber goals on here. How about we got like 2? Get
Yeah.
your boys. Give us.
No, we.
Send some love, guys.
That's what the 50 is for. I think we're allowed to start offering subscriptions
when
at
we hit
50, right?
Yeah,
We're like bad car salesmen. We're like, hey, take a look at this piece of work. It's got a big old trunk. It's a motorcycle. It's not even a car. Like completely terrible at their job, dude. Oh my god.
Well, hey, we're all learning, right? We're all learning.
Yeah, we're all learning.
We're all learning.
We're just gonna delete this video.
Dude, we've been doing this. We've been having a show for a year.
We're like
even out his
episode
works.
46. 46 episodes.
Six until a year. 6 until a
46
year.
episodes. I get the feeling you knew all along. And
I thought you guys, yes,
Us
'cause I'm on
dumbasses
Twitch.
didn't
I'm
know.
on Twitch every day. Like I thought you
No, I was on the
knew.
same page with him. YouTube, you subscribe.
I'm thinking of. I was
Right,
just
right,
thinking
right,
of YouTube,
right,
so I'm
right.
like, yes, YouTube, you subscribe.
No, it's a
Click
follow.
button.
That's
There.
because I've only subscribed to one person. That's kind of funny games because I get a free subscription.
Okay.
That makes
All right,
sense.
it's like the light
I
is
thought it
just
was
hitting
like-
you right
it
now.
was just
It's
like,
like
they can might do ads and stuff. I didn't know it was about the paid money. I didn't know that.
How do you think anybody makes money on
Damn,
Twitch?
dude.
How do you think anybody makes money on Twitch?
You're the worst streamers ever.
Where's the money?
Where's the money at, bro?
40 people. Where's the money?
Those 40 followers should be 40 subscribers, bro. You know what 5 times 40
Followers,
is?
bro, followers.
God.
All right, so enough of embarrassing ourselves.
Get that $200, man.
We're going to talk about
All right.
Dr. Disrespect's channel returns after 2-week ban for live streaming from an E3 bathroom.
Dude, I love that.
You guys should talk about this because this pissed me off beyond belief. So you guys talk about it.
It's super. All right. That picture is super funny. Can you look up a picture?
Absolutely.
Can you look up Dr. Disrespect in the bathroom? Because it's just like this picture of him like picking his head out of the stall. It's like a meerkat. It's funny.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Look, he's like in a bathroom.
Let me go to images.
Yeah. I don't think it's really a gift.
It's probably not there, dude. It might not be there.
Oh, that's weird. I've seen the picture.
This?
Oh, there it is.
This one? This,
Right,
right?
right there. Yeah.
Alright.
It's just him poking up through there. Anyways, for those of you who don't remember, 2 or so weeks back,
Yep, 2 weeks
during
ago, E3.
E3, Dr. Disrespect received a ban from Twitch for streaming in the bathroom. Why is that bad? You can't stream
It's illegal.
in
It's
a
criminal
public
offense.
bathroom. It's a criminal offense. So, yeah, he dropped the ball on that one. He just got let back in to the streaming life recently. So I honestly thought it was pretty funny, but it seems like you were pretty upset about
No,
it.
dude. I think it was totally uncalled for. He should be banned for at least a year, and
Oh, okay.
he should be charged as a criminal.
So what? I know I'm not exactly sure.
It is illegal.
What it was
to,
like?
to
No,
stream
without a
and record in
doubt,
a
without a
bathroom.
doubt. No, but I'm just wondering like what it was actually like. Was he just like like taking a dump and he just like had his GoPro on, or was he like in
No,
the bathroom
go.
like videoing people? Like,
No,
oh,
no,
that's
he,
a
like-
nice dick, bro.
No, like he walked in there with his camera crew.
Oh, a camera crew.
Went into the bathroom, came out, and then left. But like, you can't do that, dude. There's a
Imagine,
camera
like, you're
crew.
just going
It's
to
that
the-
picture. That second picture right here.
You're trying to
Like
go
people
in.
are in the bathroom.
You're
dude.
trying to go and take a leak, and it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna check out the bathroom in E3 2019.
Yeah, like you can't do that. Like there's kids in there, dude. There's kids walking around at E3, like going into the bathroom, like kids and adults, man. Like he should be charged as a criminal and not labeled a sex offender. That's a little too far. But he should be charged as a criminal,
Like
be banned for at least a year,
Public indecency or something.
and
Maybe not
pay a fine,
Definitely
like
pay
a large
fine.
fine.
Definitely pay fine. Years
He
is
should
a
be
little
charged.
too much.
I absolutely believe he should be charged.
You know they're gonna start
if-
putting signs now.
If anybody else
Yeah,
did that,
outside the bathrooms.
That's what I
that's what
hate,
I'm saying.
dude.
If anybody else did that, like if one of us did that, like say
We would be screwed.
like we're no name, we're FPS guides. 40 people know who we are, right? Say we were at DreamHack.
Uh-huh.
You had your GoPro. You're in a bathroom, like, oh, what's up, guys? We're in the bathroom, DreamHack 2018. Shout out. It's not it would not go well for us. I don't
Twitch
think.
would destroy
Twitch
us.
would destroy us. We would not just be like temporarily banned. We would be completely banned and probably fined.
All Twitch is doing is sucking this guy off, man.
But
That's what
because
Twitch is
Dr.
doing.
Disrespect makes Twitch a lot of money, because he's a very popular streamer, is why Eric is really pissed off about this.
Yes,
Because
it's
he's
just-
getting away with it.
it's
basically. He's getting away with he's
bull.
getting like
It's
a little
BS,
slap
man.
on the wrist, like, don't do that again. Don't be stupid. And so
What if you were in there, dude, with Kate or something, and like you just see a guy walking around with a camera in the bathroom?
dude, he would be like, oh my god, dude, Dr. Disrespect, Kate.
He wouldn't know who that is. Come on, dude. He wouldn't know who that is.
Yeah,
true.
no, it's definitely it was a dumb thing to do. It's very ignorant.
Like,
I guess what I'm saying is Twitch banning him and then unbanning him. It's a criminal thing. Like
Yeah.
that's. I think the stance that Twitch is taking is the courts will take care of. We'll take care of this.
Take care of the
Yeah,
legal
he might
action.
see
There is no
jail
court.
time or whatever.
There is no courts.
There's no court.
so how is he not?
If it's a criminal thing,
If it's a
He's
criminal
not
offense.
charged. There's no charges.
So no one charged
No.
him. Nothing.
It's not
charged
illegal?
him. It
No,
is
it's illegal, but there's no charges.
But no one's charging him like.
no one's charging him.
No.
Like, shouldn't the Expo charge him or something like that, or shouldn't Twitch
Someone-
charge him, or shouldn't?
Twitch isn't gonna do crap.
Well,
Dan.
Twitch
They're
isn't gonna do
suck up-
anything,
they're
that's
just gonna
the
suck
idea.
his dick, man. That's all Twitch is gonna do.
That's the idea.
Wait, when a criminal offense, you're charged by the state, right, or the federal? Like, the government charges you when you break.
Yeah, but he's not charged. Like,
So that's not. Then that's what you should be mad about. We should be mad about the government that's not charging him by breaking the law.
okay, and I'm still mad at Twitch as well because they know that this is illegal. Like, everyone knows
They're
this.
still like.
But they're just like,
endorsing
nah, it
him,
doesn't matter.
and
Criminals on our channel? Hell yeah, let's have that.
Like, do you think he got demonetized from that? No.
no. He's gonna have more of a following now.
It's just we've dealt with this kind of controversy
Yeah.
before.
I just hate it, man.
Like
I
with-
just hate
like
it.
with
It gets me
PewDiePie,
heated,
They
like
get
dude.
different rules.
Like with
It
PewDiePie
just-
dropping the N-bomb during a stream, like, God, I'm sure there's been others, but I mean, basically, if you make enough money,
It doesn't matter.
You're
There are no
untouchable.
rules.
You're
if you are rich,
untouchable.
there are no rules. Period.
and all the people who say like, "Oh, this is it for PewDiePie, this is it for Dr. Disrespect," you obviously are living in fairy tale land, because that's not what's gonna happen.
No. it's
Usually
only
what
gonna come back
happens
Stronger.
is they come back with a larger following. I mean, PewDiePie's got like a cult following now. Like, they think that he's like the second coming of Christ or something. So
But
it's-
yeah, this got me pretty heated. Like, yeah, I guess it's funny, but
yeah,
not. Not like that. It's not. You can't do that.
it's something you might look back on it and laugh, but when it's currently happening, you're like, this kind of boils your blood. Because, as Eric says, if this happens to anybody else who doesn't have that kind of following, if it happened to some good, honest streamer who's been streaming for 2 years and trying really hard to make a name for themselves, and they just make a dumb mistake like that, their ass is getting destroyed.
Yeah. But not for Dr. Disrespect.
But,
Get
not
more
for him.
followers. Promote him more.
More followers, promote them more, put them in news stories like
Yep.
this. I'm sure IGN posted like 6 stories on this week. So, but
Yeah. So that's that story. Let's
Yep,
move on before
that
I
is what that
flip
is.
this table.
before Eric blows a gasket or something. EA Access is coming to PlayStation on July 24th. Priced at $30 per year or $5 a month. So definitely buy the $30 per year.
Clearly.
That's a huge, like, usually it's not even that much. That's huge, actually. Usually like, $10 a year or like $60, like, or $10 a month and like $60 for the year. That seems like a lot, actually. So
Yeah, but
anyways,
yeah, if you wanna, it's basically the same thing as like Xbox Game Pass, but EA.
so
If you want to play a lot of EA games, I don't know what you're gonna play, but
You're gonna
maybe
play-
Titanfall. But
and Titanfall, that's like the only thing they got going on decent. I mean, I guess if you like sports games, then it's all for you.
true.
But if you want to play something good, you should get Steam or something. Moving on.
I just did a bunch of quick Google searches.
Okay.
and Dr. Disrespect isn't having charges pressed against him by the government because what he did is not illegal.
It's not illegal.
No. Now, if he would have put hidden cameras in there,
Yeah, but in California it's illegal.
if it's illegal, they'd have pressed charges on him.
But in California it is illegal. I looked it up last night.
Oh, so maybe he still has something coming his way then.
Good.
Yeah.
roast him,
He'll
rake him over the coals,
either something will happen
or nothing will happen.
or nothing will happen. And
Most likely
everyone,
nothing.
And everyone will forget about it
Most likely
6
nothing.
months from now.
People have already forgotten about it, dude. Like,
Honestly, yeah.
I just hate the double standard. I hate unfair treatment. It just makes me mad.
I'm worried about how it'll come off as though I'm trying to defend him, right? I'm not trying to defend pervs or anything like that, but it is a public restroom. Like if he gets in trouble for recording in a public space, so I guess you could say public spaces except restrooms.
A bathroom is not considered a public space, though. I don't think.
A public bathroom is
Private space.
That's
Yeah,
what-
but
that's what I'm
the
saying, it's not
code,
defined.
the law, one of the lines of the law says reasonable amount of privacy.
Okay.
That is a bathroom.
Okay. So if somebody's recording from the street a window in a hotel and they see a couple having sex, is that legal or illegal?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
If they're
It's-
in their own property,
The people, yeah, from the
Like-
street. You're on the
like
street.
you see
you
some
could
big
just see
people
them
in their
record.
apartment, and you
Yeah.
see some chick getting railed on the 5th floor.
Right.
You know. I
Now
mean,
now that couple has the reasonable expectation of privacy because they're in a hotel, right?
But they can be viewed
but it's
from a public space.
correct.
So it's public indecency.
Who knows? I mean, it's just gray area. It's just gray. So it's kind of weird.
Oh, good.
But yeah, if he walked into the cameras and I'm taking a piss,
There's a
or my
camera
son's
crew.
taking a piss, yeah, I'd start swinging. Hopefully it catches.
Well,
him.
like nobody in the camera crew is like, man, we shouldn't go in here.
Because
Like,
they're covered by
oh,
Dr.
I'm just like,
Disrespect,
all right,
dude.
let's go,
Yeah.
guys.
He's untouchable, man.
Go to the bathroom. Let's go. Yay.
That is interesting though. That's
He's untouchable, but his dick gets shot up this year, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
Not completely untouchable, obviously.
Maybe he shouldn't have cheated on his wife and been a horrible person. How
Somebody
about that?
knows where you live,
Oh, well.
boy.
Maybe-
Somebody
maybe-
knows where you live, boy.
I mean, cheats on his wife, not good enough, right? Oh, I guess I better view kids in the bathroom.
Cheats on
Good
his
job,
wife.
Disrespect.
Cheats on his wife. He's got kids. I feel like he's got kids.
He does have kids,
He does
yeah.
have kids. So cheats on his wife. You know, ruins his family. But
Great role
but-
model for streamers.
But it's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. And you know the name like
All right,
he's,
let's stop
he's
talking
obviously
about
a
this
great
piece
guy.
of crap.
That's
dude.
true.
Let's
Yeah.
stop talking about this
That's
piece of
true.
garbage.
I always kind of thought that guy was a chode, anyways. Moving on. Cyberpunk 2077 install size has been revealed, and it is whopping 80 gigabytes on the PlayStation. Probably very similar for the Xbox, but no exact word for Xbox.
Man, that's huge.
But 80 gigabytes is so big, dude. I thought it was crazy when the Xbox One first came out and you had to first start installing games. And it, like, games started to be like 50 gigs. Or like 40 to 50 gigs.
And you're like,
Like
whoa.
insane, dude. And now we're jumping up even more.
Red
dude.
Dead was 100.
I know. And like the first Xbox only had 500 gigabyte hard drive. So it's like, you literally can download like 6 current gen games. And like, that's it.
It's like, all right,
That's only games you
go
can
get a
have
hard
at one
drive,
point.
kid.
Alright, then you gotta go get an external hard drive, or you gotta upgrade to the terabyte and just double it. So that's pretty crazy. 8 gigabytes is enormous.
massive.
We do have a decent chunk of meat in the deals
Oh, yeah,
for
baby.
today. I was looking at the Steam Summer Sale, which is live right now, so go forth, gamers, and get your deals.
Go forth.
Go forth. So I
Some
got
notable highlights.
some notable highlights, some things that I think are worth the salt. Rage 2 just released. So, you know, deals on just released games are always nice. 33% off, was full price of $59.99, now $40.19.
All right, cool.
So, probably won't be much cheaper than that for a little while. Dying Light, probably one of the best zombie games I've ever played. 66% off, was $40, now $13 and
Worth
some
it.
change.
Totally worth it.
Very worth it if you guys like zombie games, you like guys like parkour games, or you
Co-op-
guys just
co-op
like
as
good
well.
games. Play it; it's very good. Rainbow Six Siege, that's one of the the good ones. 50% off, was $19.99, now $9.99. PUBG, for people who still play it.
All right.
PUBG is 50% off as well. Was $30, is now $15. I don't know why it's $30. Arma 3, that is the military simulator that you need to have like a gaming PC from like Mount Olympus to run. Was $29.99, is now $10.99 with a 66% off deal. Far Cry 5, very good. is 67% off. Was $60 full price on Steam. Is now $19.79.
That's pretty good.
Rust,
That's pretty good right there.
Rust is like a sandbox survival style of game, kind of like Minecraft, but less blocky. 75% off. Was $40. Is now going to be $8.75 and some change, whatever. And Enter the Gungeon is a very beloved indie game, kind of like a top-down arcadey style game. Is 50% off. Was $15. You can now get for $7.50. And Neo, the Dark Souls samurai spiritual successor kind of deal, is 60% off. It was
jump on
$50.
that.
Is now going to be $20. So some pretty hot deals. There's a bunch more on there. It is the summer sale. How do you know how long that goes on for?
It's 2 weeks. So
2
2 weeks
weeks.
from
2 weeks
Tuesday,
from
from this Tuesday.
from Tuesday. Yeah. So
So you got a while.
you guys got some time. You guys about a week and a half. So make it count. Get as much stuff as you can. Because after that, you're not going to be having another good sale like that for
Until
a
the
little
winter sale.
while. So get your stuff. Get your stuff.
Yep. And then, as the months go by, PlayStation and Xbox reveal their free games for each month. So PlayStation Plus games for July are Pro Evolution Soccer 2019 and Horizon Chase Turbo. Really don't know any of those games, so
I'm
I
guessing
guess
that
I
one's
guess have a
about
good time.
soccer.
I guess have a
I'm
good
guessing
time.
that
with
one's about soccer.
those. Xbox games with gold, probably.
And that one's probably a
Racing game?
A jet ski racing game.
Ooh, all right, maybe.
Yeah.
Xbox games with gold though for July are unknown right now. I
Undetermined.
don't know why,
At
but
the moment,
they're just not up.
they're just, and they don't got much time to figure it out. It's the 28th.
It's true. And Amazon is running some video game sales right now until tomorrow. And some of these highlights are Resident Evil 2 for $28. That's solid right there. I'm really tempted to get that.
Mhm.
Mortal Kombat 11, $35. God of War, $24. Really good deal there. Spider-Man, $28. Division 2, $40. Not bad.
Very good.
DMC 5, $35 on the PlayStation and $42 on the Xbox. So pretty solid right there too.
Boom. There
And
you
plus,
go.
it's $40 on Steam right now as well.
And Division 2 is like a very new game.
Yeah, it came out in March.
So that's a pretty fat deal right there.
Yeah. And
Actually,
then,
Division 2's been doing very well.
And then we're gonna go on to one of the juiciest rumors that we've ever come across, actually. And this rumor comes to us from Mads Gaming. Check him out. Dealer Gaming, BitCloud Gaming, and Foxy Games. So all these guys that I follow all reported on this at the same time. So that's probably a good sign this is true.
Probably.
So this leak is a PS5 benchmark score, which means basically it's scoring how good the performance is of the PS5's chipset, basically. And it actually sits in between a GTX 1080 and an RTX 2080, which is really powerful, by the way. So to give you a little context here, the PS4, vanilla PS4, launch PS4, has a score of around $5,000, 5,000, a little less. So that's not bad. It's all right. The PS5 has scored at 20,000. That's 4 times the PS4.
So this is
So this is looking good.
effectively 4 times as powerful as the
Yes, but it's
give or
it's
take.
shaky.
Whatever.
It's
Yeah,
shaky.
I mean, not
But
direct.
the GTX 1080, powerful card. You can do 4K 60 on some games with that thing. RTX 2080, you can definitely do 4K 60 on most games.
Yeah.
So this is a good sign for PlayStation right here now. Ultimately, a good sign for Xbox, because Xbox, if they see this, they're going to be like, oh man,
It's probably gonna be very similar.
we want to be the most powerful, so we got to outdo this.
Probably gonna be very
So this is good for everyone. What do you guys think about that benchmark score? Is that exciting to you, Sig? It's not
Very cool.
exciting.
I like it because it means you're gonna be buying me lunch.
Ooh. Someone thinks this will be over
That's what I'm
$500.
thinking, too, isn't
You
it?
might be right.
That's
'cause
like pretty
taxes and
expensive
tariffs.
right there. Because these tariffs.
How much is what are you looking at right now? How
I'm
much
at
are those
Newegg.
cards?
I'm looking at a GTX 2080 where they're saying it's gonna be stronger than a GTX 2080.
Or 1080.
I'm sorry, yeah, 1080. It's gonna, and I'm looking at prices from the cheapest I see here,
800 to 450.
450, but it's a refurb.
Oh yeah.
The cheapest brand new one that I see here is.
Yeah, but Sony doesn't pay for that price.
I mean, yeah, they probably pay the manufacturing
Yeah.
price, maybe.
Sure, but they still gotta buy the CPU. They still gotta buy the SSD. They still gotta buy
Yeah, but it's on one chip.
everything else.
The CPU and the GPU are all on one chip, so
That makes it even more expensive.
I mean, yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But it's exciting that the performance of the system, is that good, supposedly. So 4K 60 should be a given for most games next gen, which is cool, because I want to play 4K 60.
That's good.
Then I wanted to pose a question to you guys real quick, because we actually have 5 minutes to discuss something, which is rare. And that question is, there's a lot of complaint about this E3 about developers not showing gameplay and rather showing trailers or interviews or something else other than gameplay. Why do you think that is?
Easy. Gives them more wiggle room to screw it up.
More
Like
wiggle
if
room
we're
to
not
screw it up?
if we're not showing straight up gameplay, and we're just showing a trailer, we're like, oh man, that trailer looks really really good, but it builds up the hype for it. They're starting to take pre-orders at that point probably, and
So safer?
So they can basically have a nicely cinematic trailer at the point, but then at the point of the convention, but then actually have no playable game at that point at all.
That's true.
It's just like it just goes along with the whole get it out fast. Don't who cares if it's done? Who
The
cares
Todd,
how
the
good
Todd
it
Howard
is?
method.
Just
the
get
Todd
it.
Howard
Just
method.
get it out. Just get it done. That's all I really care, and that's what it seems like here. And it's the same. Perfect example would be Anthem. Talked about it too many times. I know. Anthem had an amazing trailer. It was so cool. He goes out, he's flying. You go walk through the city, and you get in this suit, and you go flying around. You shoot some dudes with guns, and things explode, and it's really cool looking and stuff.
And
then you actually get to the gameplay footage, and
It's crap.
Still looks okay, but heavily, what's the word? Scripted. And then you actually get the game, you're like, wow, this feels nothing like how it looked. Like, yes, because that's the plan. That's what they're trying to do.
So if a developer or publisher shows gameplay, are you more
Yes.
willing to be? Are you more excited or less excited?
I would say I'm more. I feel more confident that
in
what
the
I'm
game?
seeing is going to be a decent game, because the developer feels confident enough to actually show gameplay. Like when you don't see gameplay of a game, that's automatically like take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a hard grain of salt. Like even with The Surge 2, one of the games I'm pretty excited about, their first trailer came out like a week or two ago, and it was literally just a cinematic trailer. So you watch it looks cool and everything, but you're like, I don't know. But they actually just showed gameplay last night, and now my faith is restored because it looks what I want it to look like.
What about you, Sig? What's your thoughts on it?
Coming from the developer background, I think it's not quite so sinister, the intentions.
Maybe.
I think the gameplay just isn't ready.
Maybe.
Like if they were to show gameplay, it'd be stuttery, it'd be buggy, and they're trying to work that out.
And that's the first impression of your game, So
Right.
you don't want that to be like, oh, this game's gonna be crap. Look how janky it is, or
Right, especially if they still have 6 months left to work on some of the smoothness and stuff. That's one of the things they'll figure out in the end. And you could say, well, why don't you just prepare a little bit for the gameplay? But the way you move, the way you interact with the environment is the same at the beginning of the game and at the end of the game. So
Yeah.
the mechanics of it is still not fleshed
But but that's so. You just put a little disclaimer on there like alpha gameplay footage.
Yeah, that's what Cyberpunk
people
did.
understand that. And I
gamers
think,
are pretty rough.
yeah, gamers are insane.
They're gonna be
Yeah,
like, oh, did you see that?
but,
That was
I mean, I
garbage."
think gamers would understand that. Like, this is an alpha gameplay. It's not supposed to be released next. Like, if they did that and it's like, oh, it's gonna release 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's a huge red flag.
Can you imagine like the game freezing up or the texture maps don't load like during an E3 presentation? They're like, oh.
Well, I mean, you could do
Exactly.
That's why you can kind of do like a recording. Like you don't have
That's
to
true.
play it
That's true.
at E3.
You can do a recording and do
Well,
post
recording is
processing.
like, all right, this-
Well, I guess that's why
this
they
one
have a
ran
lot
well.
of behind closed doors demos. It's like, oh, here's trailer, and then we'll
Yeah.
show press the actual gameplay.
Right.
But I think,
But they're
I mean,
actually.
man, I always bring up God of War, but like the way they revealed that game, 2016. If you go back and watch that reveal, the director's playing the game,
Crazy.
Yeah.
playing the game.
Crazy.
He did that in 2016, and I don't think he did that in 2017 because I mean, he doesn't need to. He just did it in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, first of all, gameplay
Mhm.
was revealed. The next year, more gameplay.
Mhm.
The next year it came out and Game of the Year. So
Yeah.
I guess confidence is really it, man. Like, they were confident, like, yo, this game's going to be fire. Let's
Yeah.
show it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, actually, it's kind of funny when people when they showcase games live at E3 and the person playing it is like sucking or dying.
Yeah, they
It's
actually,
like-
what happens is, this is something I found out from watching the Raising Kratos documentary, because Cory Baldock, the director, was just like, oh man, I don't really remember all the buttons, I don't really remember what to do in the game right now, because he was super nervous, like, showing the game for the first time and playing it to a live orchestra, which is super crazy, and he was just like, I think I just forgot everything.
Yeah.
Like, I just forgot everything. But he said if you mess up so bad, you have to come out on stage and be like, sorry guys, I didn't do very well,
Mhm.
I didn't do good, here's a video recording of the gameplay,
If you
which
just-
would be really
It
embarrassing.
just gets wrecked. It's like by like a normal like
Yeah.
low crap enemy.
I just remember Vitamin J can attest to this because we were both working on projects together where we had a big presentation coming up, and we would actually build something totally not part of the main product just for the presentation
Just-
purpose.
Which is exactly what they
And
do.
we're like wasting time for this presentation because we cannot show this in real life. There's bugs we're unaware of yet. We cannot risk running the real deal gameplay
Mhm.
during such a big event. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
Especially one where it might be the first unveiling of something,
oh my
or
goodness, yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand that.
And you're right. They could do a pre-recorded gameplay demo with post-processing, but then it might. Then again, if they can never attain that real kind of performance,
it's
it
always
would
going to be like, oh, the game's downgraded, the game's downgraded.
yeah, this is not what we saw. This is not what we
Like
saw.
with Spider-Man.
Yeah, the Spider-Man Puddlegate crap.
The Puddlegate, yeah.
They moved the puddles! Okay,
They did
cool,
something with the
whatever.
puddles. There's less puddles. What happened to the puddles? Where's that? And they're just like, we just like changed the position of the lighting to somewhere else. The same amount of puddles. Calm down, bro.
That would be so, I would read that and be like, this is what you're going to complain about? This?
So
Like, out of all the
Yes.
things I have to deal with,
gamers are a very
Relentless.
nitpicky sort. Yes, yes
Puddles.
they are. The puddles, man, it's
those were
ridiculous.
anything else you guys want to talk about or cover?
About it.
Just
I mean-
that I did want to just add more to that. That, like, yes, I do understand the implication of getting to a due date. Obviously, like, we have due dates here. You gotta do what you can to get it done. But as a consumer and as somebody who is gonna be purchasing that product, it does not give me faith if I don't see gameplay, especially after a long period of time.
True.
Like, there is this game that it's a little no name, but I've been seeing trailers and looking into information on it, trying to see what kind of game it is because it looks cool. It's called Greedfall. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of like this weird, considered kind of like a Pocahontas storyline or something like that, where you're like going to this like island that has the mystical creatures and stuff like that. And
Destroying
it's like,
everything you
and
see.
you're like you're a colonizer, but you're there to try and find a cure for some disease back in your country or something like that. It looks cool. The story looks compelling. I don't know what kind of game it is.
So that turns you off, right? You're
So
just like,
yeah,
why am I,
I'm just
I
like,
don't
this
want
theme looks great. This characters looks great. It all looks great. What is it though?
What am I doing?
What is it? Is it a first person? Is it third person? Is it RTS? Like, what is it? And so because of that,
So just marketing your game properly.
it's just like market your game properly. Like,
I agree with you.
Don't
I agree
don't
with you.
hide anything. Like, if your game's not ready,
Just
you'd
say
be
it's not ready.
surprised. Be like, it's not ready. We don't
Right.
have gameplay yet, but this is the kind of game we're trying to get to.
I completely agree with you. I guess one of the caveats on that question I answered is it wasn't ready in time.
Right.
Gameplay wasn't ready in time for E3.
Right.
But they should release it
But
when
they
it's ready.
Show something.
Yes.
Exactly. So.
And I don't think anybody should buy a game without seeing gameplay. I think that's
absolutely
foolish.
not.
I think
Absolutely
it's
not.
foolish.
I did that once, never again. Did it once. No, actually, I did see gameplay, but even the gameplay was misleading. Screw those guys. Screw those guys. Brink. I hate Brink. I'm gonna bring it up all the
There's
time.
very few games I would even consider buying without seeing gameplay.
Bro, Obra Dinn, that game that I wanted. It was one of the indie games of the year.
Yeah, yeah.
I wanted to buy it, but I saw gameplay. I'm like, this is a snooze fest, man. I can't play this game. And I canceled it.
So it's
You gotta see the gameplay.
you got to.
That's the real deal.
You
I mean,
got
that's the
to.
real.
I mean,
The
it's
only-
like you're
the
not gonna buy a
only-
car without seeing it.
Probably the only studio I would go just buy the game without seeing anything would be like From Software. That would be like the only studio.
I'd have to have a lot of faith in a studio to believe them for their word. Like, listen, this is a good game. It's a third-person game, action game.
It
You'll
gonna
like
be good.
it. Like with Elden Ring, a perfect example. Actually, with From Software, it has great potential. George R.R. Martin and From Software, and a
Fantasy
like
medieval
a
world.
fantasy like barbarian kind of world sounds fantastic. No gameplay yet. I am going to hold on to my my britches before I jump on any hype trains. Generally, I don't like hype trains anymore. Hype trains have screwed me in the past.
Yeah, they have. They screwed me too.
So be wary of the hype trains. Here's a great example. If a trailer says believe the hype, don't believe the hype.
It's probably
I'm
not.
pretty
right.
sure that happened with Anthems. Like, get hyped. Now I'm in the back like, no. So don't believe the hype. Make your own opinions. Don't believe what your friends say. Make your own opinions. And that's all there is to it.
With like literally
Good advice for everything.
literally everything. In
Good
life.
advice for everything. Like, sure, you love your friends, you trust them. They have different standards than you are. So, don't believe what they say. And I will. If I'm recommending a game to you, I will not fault you for being like, I don't take your word for it. I want to look into it myself. Be like, yes, please do.
Be like, nice.
So, but anyways, yeah, that was just kind
That's
of
our
little,
parable.
Little 2 cents on the
That's the
on what's
parable for
argued.
today.
But anyways, I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap up
we're
the
gonna-
show for the
yeah, we're gonna
day.
eat some lunch.
Some bad news, some good news, some okay news. Thanks for stopping by, as always, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to smash some like and subscribe buttons and to
Follow buttons. Those
us.
follow buttons
And
too,
the follow
baby.
button. But most importantly,
Need to
the
subscribe.
subscribe button. Because apparently, we didn't know that. 2/3 of us were just like showing up here every day. And it's like, yeah, guys, follow us. We're going to be really rich and famous one day. Fucking idiots. So, great for us. What a fantastic job.
Good job, guys.
Oh my god. We're about to delete this video. Check us out on social media at fpsguys.com. Also, be sure to check us out in our Discord. Link is in the description. Drop in, say hello, drop some memes, whatever you gotta do. Apparently, give us a lesson on how Twitch works. You can check out all of our content on YouTube. Back. And for that, we'll just go ahead and just call it.
All right.
Play games, ladies and gentlemen.
Play
Thank
games,
you.
everybody. Have a good weekend.